Welcome back. As always, be sure to leave a comment to add to this conversation, because that's why I make these videos, just to have a conversation. So please go down in the comments and continue the conversation. Or if you have any other theories or videos you want me to make, please let me know down there. Also check out my other channel, YC Games. It's the one with the orange logo. And before I start this video, I kind of would like to reiterate what I said at the end of the last video. Kind of why I'm making this video and not another Borderlands video. I'm going to take a little bit of a break from making Borderlands videos. Not because I don't have anything to talk about, because there's still a lot of theories and stuff I have about the game. But I feel like I talk about it too much, and I'm getting myself too hyped for it. And I want to avoid that. I want to avoid getting myself hyped. I want to avoid getting all you guys any more hyped. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step back. If you guys would rather just see those videos, let me know down in the comments, and I'll instantly just switch back. I have no problem with that. I just want to try to keep my own expectations low for now, at least until we get a trailer or something. Because overhyping things, you know, no matter how good the game actually is, if you're too hyped for it, it's not going to look as good as it really is. So I'm trying to keep myself under control, and that's why I'm not making Borderlands videos for a little bit. I'm taking a little break from that. So I'm going to have more videos like this. If you like videos like this, let me know. If you want me to switch back to Borderlands, let me know that too. Whatever you guys want to see is the videos I'll make. Well, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, obviously, this video is about Apex Legends, so unless you've been living under a rock for the past week or so, whenever it came out, I think it was only about a week ago, you already know what this game is. It's blown up YouTube, Twitch, it's everywhere right now. And for good reason, because it's a good, solid game. Now, if you haven't tried it yet, I mean, it's free to play. What are you even waiting for? Just go and try it. Even if you're not a fan of Battle Royales, I recommend it, because I'm not a fan either, but I am really enjoying this game. And so I'm going to kind of talk about in this video. But really, I'm going to talk about in this video is why we should be supporting this game, because it does so many things right. Not only like gameplay wise, but as far as the monetization, as far as advertising, as far as like everything. This game, why it is so popular right now, I think is solely based on the good decisions made behind the scenes. And that's hard to imagine when you're dealing with EA, because yes, this is an EA published game. However, they basically let Respawn, the guys who made this, kind of free range. They said, alright, you do you. I'm going to get kind of more into the actual details of what happened in this video, but that's why we should support it, because EA basically trusted Respawn to, alright, make your game. And they did a phenomenal job. So we should be encouraging this. But anyway, I'm getting too much into it. Let's just get right into the points. Free to play is still free to play here. They didn't reinvent the wheel. Obviously, there are things you can pay for, mostly cosmetic stuff, and that's understandable because they gotta make their money somehow. You know, they obviously put a lot of work into this game. They did an amazing job, so they deserve money. They should get paid for this. So I do understand why they include microtransactions, because in a free to play model, you have to. It's how it is. Honestly, I was thinking about making a video about microtransactions, and I still might if you guys are interested. My thoughts on microtransactions, where they work, where they don't, how they fail, how they're just a pain in the ass sometimes. But bottom line of this game is I think they do it right here. Like I said, most of it's cosmetics. There are 2 characters you can pay for that I'm not a huge fan of, but they put a lot of work into the game. I understand it. You gotta make your money somehow, and it's not even like the characters are ridiculously overpowered. Like if you bought them, then you're just instantly going to win because they're so good. No, they're not. They're still fairly well balanced. And that's, you know, good on them. They didn't make it so, yeah, well, you can play, and if you're really good at the game, you could play with one of these dumb characters, or you pay an extra 10 or 20 bucks, whatever, and then you basically win every time because this guy just kills everything instantly. You know, they didn't do that. They kept it balanced. They kept it fun. I think it's just more of a step going forward, like, hey, we're going to add new characters. Probably pay for them, kind of like how Rainbow Six Siege does their updates, where you can grind the in-game credits or you pay real money for it. And something with Rainbow Six Siege, I've gone back and forth. Like 1 year, I grind out the credits and got them all. 1 year, I just paid for it because I'm like, I really don't feel like doing that this year. And that's a fine model. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with it if it's done right like that. But getting back to the free-to-play aspect of it, this is where I think it's okay to have the microtransactions, because we have to show EA that, hey, free-to-play models do work. You don't have to pay $60 and then pay microtransactions on top of that. If you have a free-to-play game, a good quality free-to-play game, people will put in the extra money for it. You might even get more than $60 out of a person from it. So this is kind of moral of this whole video in general, is that we have to show EA that this is the kind of stuff we want. Now, it might just be me. Maybe it's just the stuff I want. But if you guys are with me, then maybe don't be afraid to put a couple bucks into the game. I know I'm not. I already have. I put a few bucks into it, even though it's a free-to-play game, and I'm usually against that kind of thing. But when a game's this quality, and if it can show EA that, hey, this is what we want, and maybe they'll learn to the future, because it seems like maybe they're trying to learn and fix the mistakes of stuff like Battlefront 2, then this is what we have to show them, that this is what we want. Not even necessarily a free-to-play game, but just a good quality game that's not overly monetized, that is just quality. That's the biggest thing here, is quality and not over monetization.
Looks like only half the squads are left.
I am a huge fan of Titanfall 2. I played a little bit of Titanfall 1. It had a lot of good ideas, but didn't quite get it. Titanfall 2 nails it. It is so much fun. It is a good quality shooter. And honestly, it would have been... Titanfall 3 would have happened like the next year because of how popular Titanfall 2 should have been, if they would have launched it right. And that's the problem. And I blame that solely on EA. I know it's kind of easy to blame everything on EA, but they mismanaged the hell out of that just by the fact of their release date. If I remember right, they launched it between Call of Duty and Battlefield 1, like within weeks of each other. Like, it was such a short time frame, and no matter how good the game is, it's not a household name like Battlefield or Call of Duty. So Titanfall 2 flopped, and after that, EA kind of took in Respawn a little bit more. The developers of Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends is kind of why I'm getting into this. So yeah, they took in Respawn, and now Respawn is pretty much owned entirely by EA, from what I understand. I'm not a businessman, I don't know the whole business side of it, but that's what I understand. And there have been multiple good quality studios with lots of good games that have been taken in by EA like this, and then had like one bad launch, and then just got destroyed and distributed between the other franchise or the other studios that EA owns. And that's just a crying shame. I do not want that to happen to Respawn. Now, from my understanding, that's not what happened here. EA basically said, okay, Respawn, make the game you want, make it how you want, and we'll see how it goes. And that should be applauded. And I know that's hard to say about EA lately, but EA should be applauded for this if this is how it happened. Because that is how all publisher-developer relationships should be. Publisher says, okay, we'll help you get off the ground. Well, you know, make sure you're kind of coming along nicely, meeting deadlines and whatnot, and we'll make some of the profit from it. But you have full control of how the game is made and what you want it to be like. And that's how it should be, because developers make the games. Publishers seem to ruin them. Now, I know that's cruel to say, and that's not always true, because publishers do a great job. You know, they're the ones that kind of fund it and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure how the relationships all go, but developers should be put in charge. And when publishers start calling the shots, especially someone like EA, that's where you run into some trouble. And that's the reason I'm encouraging all you guys to go out and support this game. Now, I'm not saying you should dump $100 on it, you know, but I'm just saying go out and play it. Just show EA and all the publishers, for that matter, what we want. At least this is what I want. If this is what you guys want, then go and support whatever model you want. But this is the kind of stuff I want. I want developers put in charge. I want developers given full reign to do whatever they want with their products. That's just is beautiful to me. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not 100% sure how the relationships all work. I'm not really sure where the line actually is between you know, developer and publisher. All I know is that I'm really enjoying Apex Legends, and whatever will get us more games like this. More games where the developers can do what they want, and especially like EA doesn't stick their nose in it. Now, I can't exactly blame them for everything, but a lot of mistakes in the past games, something especially like Battlefront 2, I'm just going to bring it on the forefront because that's the most obvious, and that's, you know, kind of the most people remember. Stuff like that, I feel it could have been avoided if EA didn't stick their nose in it. Now, I'm not the first one to blame them. Obviously, if you've been on the internet long enough, you know everyone hates EA right now, especially for Battlefront 2 and other games, but especially for Battlefront 2. And I think they should be applauded for not sticking their nose in this. And that is, again, why I think we should be supporting this game. Because this is what I want, at least. If this is what you want, whatever, go support the game you want. But if you want developers to have free reign to do what they want, when they want, how they want it, then please, go at least play this game. Get the player count up. Make EA and other companies realize that, oh, this is good. This is a good model. Developers should do what they want. Plus, if it keeps EA from shutting down Respawn and us getting Titanfall 3 pretty soon, I'm okay with that. I really don't want to see Respawn shut down. I enjoy the studio. I think they do a really good job. And there have been, like I said earlier, there have been some good studios that EA has shut down. That about does it for this one. I apologize. I did get a little preachy there for a while because I do feel like this kind of stuff should be applauded. And I realize that I kind of rag on EA a lot in this video, but I mean, who hasn't? Everyone seems to be hating on EA. Not for a bad reason. Obviously, they deserve it. They've done a lot of shady stuff in recent years. So, I guess just do what you guys want. It's a free-to-play game. I highly recommend you guys at least check it out and put money into it. Even if you're kind of skeptical, I would recommend you put money into it just to show EA, okay, we can make money off of this. This is a good model. Now, this could go a few different ways, you know, them being greedy and trying to over-microtransaction it and over-monetize it. I don't know. I think, you know, just support the games you love. I love this game, so I'm going to keep supporting it. I highly recommend you guys at least check it out. But yeah, if you guys would rather have more Borderlands videos, let me know in the comments. If you like this kind of video and you want me to mix up a little more, let me know if there's any other games you think deserve more recognition or just things in general. Like I said earlier, I'm probably going to make a video about microtransactions as a whole. That actually is what this video started off as. I was kind of like planning it in my head, and it was going to be about microtransactions, and then I just kept bringing up Apex Legends. I'm like, yeah, I'll just bring up Apex Legends instead. I'll make a video on that. So yeah, I'll probably make a video on that, unless you guys just don't care and want more Borderlands. I'll make more Borderlands. It doesn't matter to me. I'm only doing what you guys want me to do. I'll see you on the next one. Keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.